Hey guys, I wanted to do a video. I wanted to talk about Magic Online. Talk about in general. I've been playing Veto, Thorn of the Dust Crows. This guy basically has an infinite combo with Exquisite Blood. So if these two are in play and you can deal a point of damage, then it infinitely loops. Your opponent loses one life, you gain a life. Whenever you gain a life, your opponent loses life, and that cycle keeps going on and on. Anyways, that's what the deck is about. This particular deck, I don't know if it's quite CEDH. I think it can get there. You'd have to trim a lot of this fat over here, and really reduce the converted mana cost of this deck, and I maybe tweak it in a way where it's running very efficient. I just kind of put stuff together. I've been having fun with it though. It's fun, but I wanted to talk about. So let me just, while we're talking, let's just fishbowl this deck and see what we get. That's not a bad start, except for the fact that we have no swamp, but we should be able to get there with a top. So I would keep this in my opener. What I wanted to talk about. So you have Magic Arena and you have MTGO, and MTGO is a great client. It's despite what people might. Oh my god. Oh, this is brutal. Well, we have an expedition map to go get a land. I know which land we're gonna go get. Anyway, let me just finish my thought out. So the client here for MTGO has been around for a while, and they've sorted a lot of stuff out. And by no means is it completely perfect. Arguments can be made for improvement always, but I don't think. Let's top here. Okay, we got a swamp. We'll go like this. I don't think we need to change anything drastically. But here's my suggestion, and I was overplaying with a friends of mine last week, and they had made a suggestion regarding Magic in general. And if anyone's listening out there, and certainly if you don't like this idea, fine, you can debate it, and you might not like it. But if anyone's listening, and maybe the wheels are already in motion, Magic Online should remain the way it is, but also offer paid monthly service fees. So, like a membership fee. So for $8 a month, I get to play Magic Online with the entire library, 4 playsets of, and leave it as a paid sort of subscription. It gives me the chance to have the entire library available to me. It gets around, any problems. Like, I don't have enough of my finances to be spending on a hobby. I have lots of other things on the go, including managing finances during times when family members aren't working. So funds are dry, or funds are low, I should say. And it wouldn't be a bad idea to do a paid subscription. I would do that a month. Anywhere like south of 10 would be good for me. I would pay that gladly. And then I can come in and build decks and whatnot. And if you still want to own, then you should still do the same things. You can buy tickets and buy the cards you can have for your deck or for your collection. But I should also be able to just pay a subscription and just play and build in the entire library of Magic. I don't have to go and spend all this money for cards. And you can offer packages, I guess. I wouldn't recommend this, but you could offer packages that there's a different amount if you're going to play everything from vintage, legacy, modern, and so on, commander, and so on and so forth, all the way up to standard. Maybe you can, one tier there, another tier is, commander, cards, or maybe, well, Commander's the entire library. So, but you can offer tiers, right? Maybe $5 a month for all standard cards, or maybe 6 for modern, or whatever it is. I don't know. Pricing, I have no clue. But for me, a subscription to Magic would be fantastic. So we can tutor our WinCon, and let's see where are we at? Where's our WinCon? Where is it? Blood Tribute? No, that's a good card. If you have one opponent, you can end the game if this spell resolves. My kids are calling me, so I'm gonna have to pause my recording. Hang on a sec, guys. Or maybe I'll just mute. All right, so my kid came to ask me a question, playing with the other neighborhood kids, and he wants to know something. Anyways, so maybe you got a chance to look at the deck here. But the idea is paid subscription, and I got the entire library of Magic to build my decks from. I don't have to worry about, I don't have that card. I don't want to spend 20 tickets to get a card. I don't know how much Kakusho is online, but in paper it's expensive. So in paper I think he's like $30, and let's say digitally he's 10. What would Kakusho be? Out of curiosity, let's just do this. Trade. Selling, buying. We want an open. Oops. Open, yes. Let's see if they have a Kakusho. No. How do you spell it? That's a good question. Where were we here? Where is he? Kokusho. Kokusho. Kokusho? And did they have a copy? Let me just do it this way. Nope. Alright, well, let's just do it this way. Do it the old-fashioned Kokusho. Am I spelling it wrong again? I probably am, ain't I? Where are we here? Kokusho, yeah. Alright, well, I don't know. Don't know what other big cards are there. Mana Vault? What's Mana Vault? Mana Crypt. Mana Vault 4 tickets. Okay, that's not Mana Crypt 1.7. Okay, that's not a lot. Mana Vault 2. I don't know. My point is, some of these cards, so if I want to get a commander that's recent, what's that? What's the new commanders from Jumpstart? I can't remember any of their names now. Anyway, you go to buy them. My point is, tickets, some of them are like 20 or more tickets, or more than 15 tickets. So you have to buy $15 of digital currency to own that card so you can play it. Whereas if I was given an option just to say, here's $10 a month, let me buy into your, buy into the subscription plan, and I get the full access. And if I leave or stop paying, I don't have that access anymore. All I have is what I own in my digital inventory, right? So that's sort of the plan, and I really would like Wizards to consider something like that. And if you're against it, that's fine. We can have discussions about it and pros and cons. Maybe there's a bigger discussion, but they really should look at a subscription model. guys are doing it to some success. Right now, you can buy through third party access to their collection. So a third party, like a bot or somebody who has tons of digital cards in their collection, are selling subscriptions. You can borrow cards off of them. So if there's a way to generate revenue that way, why not do it right from Wizards? And it gets around this whole ownership, and I've invested, these are mine. It's like, look here, you want to play our game, this is what it's going to cost you a month. You have access to all the cards, have fun, right? And enjoy yourself. That'd be great for me. Then I can land on kind of which new generals I like. So the way the client sorts it, you kind of get all new legendary creatures here, or the new cards up front from the current sets. And some of these are not uber expensive, but if you want to get one that is popular or expensive, you have to not waste, but you have to invest, digital currency. You have to spend 20, 30, 40, maybe $100 or more. Dual lands, forget it. That's okay. Let's have a look at a dual land in a trade. What do we got? Underground Sea. $11, right? $10, $12, $13, right? Underground Sea, $12. So let's say the average is 12 or 11. It's $11 for a dual land. You want to play, a 4-color deck, and you're gonna put all the duels and fetches, and if they average 10 apiece, you're talking about hundreds of dollars, right? To run the mana fixing that you need to run those decks efficiently, right? I don't have many duels in my collection for that reason. But like I said, it'd be nice for me just to be able to say, okay, here's $10. I'm now a member. I have access to the entire library, and I can go in and build decks. And then when I don't, like if I cancel my subscription, those cards that I don't own, those decks become these, oh, you don't own these cards, you can't play it anymore, type thing. You can leave the client the way it is. I'm sure there's a way that you can set it up without much effort, because the client already exists to give licenses to people to access the entire library and have 4 ofs, right? So that they can play legacy, vintage, modern, pioneer, pauper, standard, whatever it is. Just let people play. Charge your monthly fee and have at it. If you would crunch the numbers, I think, paid subscription is definitely where to go with this MTGO client, right? I think your free to play should be focused around Arena, and this is where people who want to graduate from Arena would come and play MTGO and really hone their skills. I don't know about tournaments still. If you want to play in tournaments, yeah, you're going to have to purchase currency for the client and put your money where your mouth is and play. If I'm a subscriber, I should have access to the entire library. And then if I want to enter a tournament, a modern tournament, let's say, I'm going to have to buy the tickets. I don't get any tickets for my subscription. All the subscription, I can't speak today. All the subscription does is give you access to the library so you can build and play in any format that you want. I don't play in any other format, because I don't have the time or the resources to be investing in a digital client, and then you have Arena, then you have Paper Magic. I mean, my resources are spread thin. I don't know about yours. And when you tap into having dependence and a lot of overhead costs, your margins for expenditure really go down. So you have to offer people an opportunity to enjoy, and MTGO is right there. It's there for you. You've already established it. It's it's digital. I can sit at home, log onto my computer and play, or wherever I'm at. It could be mobile, I guess, and play the game as long as I have the client downloaded on my device and enjoy myself for a monthly fee. I would raise my hand in support of that and say, definitely sign me up. Obviously, it would have to be a reasonable cost. I mean, $10 a month at most for me. And if they were coming a little bit higher, I'd consider it, but not much more. If they offered like a $30 subscription monthly, I'd be like, no, thank you. That's too much money in a year for me to be dishing out. But if they make it affordable and open to a lot of people, $10 a month is not a lot, and I'm sure they would get a lot of people signed up. And that's every month. Money in the bank. You can't argue that kind of stability in a company, right? You can have those funds, fund your R&D or your development on the online or arena platforms that Magic runs, right? I mean, whatever. It's up to the company to decide where they're going to allocate their resources. What I'm saying is, you do a monthly subscription, you make it reasonably costed, you're going to get a lot of people signed up, and that's money in the bank every month. You can't argue that, right? And you can just crunch some small numbers. Think about how many Magic players there are. Take a small percentage, like 5%, 2% to factor on the low end. So all the Magic players, 2% of them sign up. That's every month in the bank. That ain't bad. And it gives guys like me, or people like me, the opportunity just to play and not worry about, I don't have that card. I can't play CEDH online because really my decks, I don't have the money to make it CEDH or whatever, right? I mean, if you want to foil out your deck and do that, that's got to be on your own accord. I don't think subscriptions should give you additional things like that. Or maybe it does. Maybe subscription gives you free loot chests, or crack a pack for being subscribed every month. Incentive to stay on board or whatever. But anyways, my point is, consider it. It's something interesting. I think would benefit a lot of people. Online monthly subscription, low cost for people. Come on, Wizards, get it done. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. We'll talk to you guys soon. And as the French would say, à la prochaine. See you guys.